is Frida Future with today's episode of Woke Your Butt Up. And today, first, I just want to start with really woking my butt up. Good morning. I feel great. I have a morning routine where I write in my notebook every day about 3 pages, and I actually did it. I did it this morning before making this video. And that feels really good. Keeping promises to yourself feels really good. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And just what are we doing, right? When we're doing stuff. I am a to-do list person, and traditionally, my to-do list has been both my saving grace, my anchor that pushes me through, and also a millstone around my neck that's made me really stressed out. And as I transition out of an era of some pretty gnarly depression and distraction, to-do lists are coming up again, and sometimes I find myself really struggling with my to-do list, crying about my to-do list, feeling overwhelmed, feeling inadequate in the face of my to-do list and all the things that don't get done. And I just want to cast a spell today around completing that era of being motivated by fear and scarcity to get all the things done in order to feel adequate, in order to feel worthy of taking some time to do something that I love, like painting or yoga. And I want to go from I have to do things to I get to do things. To the things that are on my to-do list are things that I'm excited to do, that I'm motivated to do. Even something like this, right? Making the Woke Your Butt Up video is on the to-do list. And a few videos ago, I talked about the challenge of executing and all this stuff. And so much of it is the heart with which you approach the thing. Is this a task that I must do in order to X, Y, Z, right? Always trading one for the other. A little bit of misery now in order to get what I want later. Or am I present in my to-do list in the place where alignment is felt as where giving and receiving are the same thing, where the energy that I'm putting into the doing right now is already completely fulfilled, and if some other further fruit comes from it, fantastic. But I'm also sated in my experience right now in the doing itself, that the doing is a fulfillment. And so from that spirit, right, I put on some bossa nova that put me in a good mood this morning while I was writing, instead of just sitting in silence and trying so hard to get through it. Just getting through things. Gotta get through it. Enough is enough of it, getting through it. Surely there's some other frame, some distinction, some clarity, some prayer, some meditation, some focus that can happen to move us beyond the perspective of I've got to get through it into yes, I get to get through this. That's what I'm hoping for myself right now, because sometimes things are really hard and it's really easy to focus on crying about it, or getting really mad about how I ended up in the hard situation, because stress hormones are addictive. But fucking addiction, right? Says the giant pothead. Anyway, story for another day. But the addiction between the difference between addiction and devotion, right, is what I'm talking about. Addicted to the stress and the pushing and the gotta do, or in devotion to whatever life it is that you're creating for yourself. I think that's all I wanted to say today. Maybe I'll check my notes. Check your notes. Right, vulnerability in the presence of the thing. Maybe I'll edit this part out. Oh, I maybe have coronavirus. Was the other thing I wanted to talk about. I was exposed to coronavirus a few days ago, and I'm choosing to quarantine in my home by myself to keep track and be responsible. And I think now more than ever comes this sensation of may my to-do lists be issuances of my true heart and what I want to do, and not something that I'm pushing myself through in order to blah blah blah. What the fuck? I could be dead in a week from coronavirus. I might as well enjoy the last little things on my to-do list. Macabre jokes, but that's it for today's Woke Your Butt Up. Thanks for listening. Yeah.